Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's Kelly, the Sunshine Crafter. I'm very excited to bring this video to you. I want to show you that you can make slimline card envelopes without any dies or any fancy equipment. All you need is a score tool and scissors and some double-sided tape and obviously paper or cardstock. I wanted to show you the leaves. One of these envelopes here was made simply from paper, kind of thin, but this cardstock is a little thicker. I got it from Hobby Lobby and it has a little bit of foil in it and it's 12 by 12. I'm going to trim it down to 8.5 by 11. Now you can make these envelopes from any cardstock as long as it's 8.5 by 11 or bigger. If it's bigger, just trim it down to standard 8.5 by 11. Now I'm flipping it over because on the other side is the foil and I don't want to scratch it or anything. So I'm scoring to begin start on the side of the paper, the cardstock, that is the 8.5 side. And you score at 2.5 inches and then you score again at 6.5 inches. I have the full size score tool. A lot of people have the smaller one, so you'd have to turn your cardstock to score it. Now on the 11-inch side of the paper or cardstock, you score it at 1.5 inches and again at 10.5. The next step is you take some scissors. You can take bigger scissors or smaller ones. I use both in this video. And I'm just taking my scissors and cutting out where those perforation lines meet. This will be the bottom tab of the envelope. And the top part, you just do the same thing. You cut both sides, cut out those pieces, and just remove them. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, the next thing you do is all right, now be careful, don't cut the end where the little tab is at the bottom of the envelope. At the top, the two top flaps, just trim off a tiny bit. You can measure if you want and make lines. I just do it freehand and I just trim off a little bit. This way it folds in nicely. There's no buckling or, wonky edges. It just folds in nice. Now the bottom edges, that little flap on the bottom, I'm going to trim that too, so that too folds up. I'll show you that in a moment. And I'm adding here some double-sided adhesive. You can use wet glue, I would imagine, but I always use double-sided dry adhesive because it's quicker and easier. You can use a tape runner as well. I'm just adhering that down. Now the little flap on the bottom, that little tab there, I'm going to trim off a little angle from each side. And I'm just slowing this down in real time so you can see. Just trimming off a little bit, just eyeballing it. Just so, again, when that flap folds up, it folds nice. And it doesn't leave like a weird edge. And I'm going to add a little bit of double-sided tape to that again as well. I'm just scoring it there. Burnishing it, rather. Adding my glue. And, my double-sided tape. And I'm going to flap that back over, and there you go. Envelope's done. Now you can add temporary tape on there if you like, but what I do is when I put a card in here, I just tape it shut. Now I'm taking my corner chomper and I just rounded off the corners, and that's it, folks. Look how easy that was. Now with this type of cardstock, it's like you can't really write a name on there, so you can do one or two things. I'm going to show you towards the end of the video. After this, I'm going to fly through another video in fast forward so you can see it one more time. And if you want to write down the score measurements, feel free to do that. I will have them listed below as well. This is the second one I made. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, you can make envelopes out of anything. It's just so easy. And slimline cards are all the rage now, so look at those two. Now, aren't they pretty? Yeah, you can add, like I said, you can add a label to the front to write your address, the recipient's address on it, or you can use this product. I am pretty much obsessed with it. It is India ink, and it's matte, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's opaque, it goes on beautifully. I just painted on like watercolor. I free-handed this one, just, made a little black box, let it dry, and it's completely opaque. You could see a little bit of the, image through it, but that's okay. And I added a little black on the back for me to write my return address on it. And that's it. Look how beautiful that is. I did it to all my cards, and that's how I'm going to write my recipient's name on there. Now, this here, I'm going to show you that you can also use masking tape to frame out a square if you don't want to do a freehand black square for the address. You can use masking tape as well and just mask out a square spot for the address. And look how nice this came out. This worked out perfectly. It didn't rip my cardstock. It didn't, seep through under the tape. Clean, clear, perfect square. So that's it. You see how easy that was? So you can take any cardstock you want and make it into a slimline envelope. So get scoring. I hope you liked this video. If you get a chance, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave a comment down below to be entered into my random comment giveaways. Thank you so much for stopping by. Stay happy, stay healthy, and don't forget, stay crafty. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.